Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Let's get this right. You generally know me. I like to come on. Is my hair on you? This wrong side. I like to come on. Let me just look right here. Okay. I like to come on when I have things on my heart to talk about. And it has been some things on my heart really for for a minute now. And I just kind of wanted to share these words of wisdom, inspiration, whatever. But my title of this video is Consider Your Motivation, Consider Your Inspiration. I see we're living in this world of fake reality. We're living in this world of fake it till you make it. Cappin, Clout chasing, all of these different things that people are using for motivation to be or do whatever it is that they're trying to be or do in this world. And I really, hey Shauna, how you doing this morning, girl? Shoot, you hear me? Make sure I ain't giving nobody no shameless plugs. But living in this time, and I get it, because everybody, it seems like, is out here trying to prove their worthiness. I put some post up last week and it was saying you shouldn't need someone else's validation to determine who you are, and you shouldn't need someone else's presence to validate your existence. All of that was really because it's so, especially now, I don't know if it's just during the holiday time, I don't know what it is, but I see so many people. Oh, hey, Shauna, I didn't read your message. I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. Excuse me. I'm just trying to walk in my purpose and share what's on my heart, because sometimes some people be needing to hear it, especially watching the stuff that's going on in it today. So anyway, I hope you're well as well, though, too, Shauna. I hope to see you soon, girl. So anyway, there are so many people, walking around here daily, especially with this social media thing. That's why I really wish people would utilize it. For me, it's for business purposes. For me, it's to spread my word, to show others what I have to offer, and myself through my businesses, through my nonprofit, all those things. And it's not really, and some, to share, to keep in touch with people that I don't see, that we don't get an opportunity to see because we live thousands of miles away or hundreds of miles away and things like that. But so many people use it for other reasons, for one, show, big thing people use for, to kind of show what you got, show what you, just all of these things, all of these, and I don't understand I don't know what the motivation is. I wish someone would share it with me one day as to why, and it's nothing wrong with sharing with the world, the blessings that God, gives you or whatever, because it does help to inspire other people, especially those people who are fighting every day, to going to work every day and working hard for a goal, or working their business every day and working, towards a goal. Seeing people who are, maybe who have gotten there faster than you, can be a motivation for others to keep pushing forward. But I really do think sometimes that's not really what the purpose of why people are showing or out here really just boasting about their, the things that they have, the places that they're going, the things that they're doing. It's for whatever self-validation that they may be looking for. Maybe they're looking for validation from somebody else. But I need you to consider your motivation. Because if your motivation for doing the things that you're doing, sharing your life, sharing your story, sharing, all that, is not to inspire others in a positive way, it's not to, make others see yes, you too can do this. You too can, have these things. You too can, be in this particular place, then, and your inspiration is to make people feel less than, or to show people that you are better than them and that you have more than them, I have to put this out here to you. Understand that just as quick as you can come up, the fall can happen faster, just as fast. So consider your motivation. Make sure that you are being motivated to do what you're doing every day, to share what you're doing every day for the right reasons, because God is, for one, a very selfish God. Jealous God is what I'll say. Jealous. And when we start worshiping things and having things, and more than we worship God, he will take those things and those opportunities away from us, and we'll wonder what happened. How was I so high? How was I doing so well? And now all of a sudden I have nothing. It's because you did not consider your motivation. Your motivation should always be to help, inspire, give, support, and motivate God's people and God's children to receive and achieve, and not to make somebody feel less than you, not to basically say, oh no, you can't. Just like it's kind of to me like that kid mentality back in the day. She got on shoes from 2 years ago. She can't sit at our lunch table. She can't do this. She can't do that. And I hated that back then. I have always, if you're somebody who know me since we were young, I'm the one that wants to pick up the not no cat, because I don't like cats, but the dog who leg is hurt, or the person who people didn't talk to, because for whatever reason, you didn't choose. Because first of all, we all equal in the eyes of God. We are nobody. None of us are better than anybody else. And lately, I have just been encountering so many people, or people who I feel really think that they better than other people because they may happen to be in a better position financially right now than somebody else. And if nothing boils my blood, it is that. And I don't know if it's coming from having nothing and working hard every day to have a better life, and now making it to 49 years old and having a much better life than I had growing up, and knowing that there is somebody else in the hood, somebody else in the impoverished, somebody else that is homeless, that has the same dreams and the same goals that I had, 40 years ago, 30 years ago, when I was a child growing up in that same environment, and they just need somebody to tell them and show them like, hey, you too can do it. You can have this. Your circumstance and your environment does not dictate where you are going to go in life. It does not dictate what you can have in life. Your faith in God, your work ethic, and your desire to be good and do good for others is what's going to determine how far you can go and how much you can have. Now, the key thing about it is when you receive it, when you get it, you got to do the right things with it. You can't wave it in people's face and try to make other people feel bad because they don't have these things. You can't throw things in folks' face and make yourself feel better than somebody because you happen to have gotten here and got these things before somebody else did. That's not, hey, if that's what you do with God's blessings, if that's what you do with God's reward to you and gift to you, guarantee you, he will take it from you. And then you got to really, really think about whether or not that gift truthfully came from him, because the devil rewards people just as well, because he is the master of trickery and disguise. So you'll be thinking, yeah, well, I got God's favor. God got me. Look at this. Look at my new car. Look at my expensive $100,000 car. Look at my $1 million home. Look at my thousands of dollars purses and bags and all of these different things. And you'll be saying, this all got to be blessings from God. Hey, the devil was right next to God. He was an angel. He know how God works. So he know what you think and what we think and how we see things. And he will sit there and ensure that you get all of those things and make you think that they coming from God. But God knows they didn't come from him. So guess what? He'll be the one to snatch it away from you. So make sure that you consider your motivation. Make sure that it is not to think or try to be better than somebody else, or think that things make you better than somebody else. Because if that is your motivation for why you are trying to achieve and receive, you need to switch it quickly and realize that just as quick as you get it, it can be taken away. And none of us, nobody is better than anybody else. We all breathing, we all walking this earth, and God is allowing us every day to be here. We are all equal. We may have more, we may know more, and there may be some people who may not be in a position that you are in mentally. And that means that you cannot, because of your elevation and your determination to be what it is you're wanting to be, you can't be with them for those reasons, because you are striving for yourself and you're striving to get to this particular place. But that don't mean you think you better than them. It just means that in this moment, you cannot share your space with them because you haven't gotten to where you're trying to go. But when you get there, and when you get where you're trying to go, you ain't looking down on them thinking, oh, well, yeah, I'm here. I got this. I'm too good for you. No, you can still walk in your light every day. Do your job every day to inspire those people to get up, work hard to achieve what they want. Because they may not want what you want. They may not want a big old house. They may not want a nice car. They may just be praying daily for comfort, financial comfort, good health and peace and love. And then you trying to dangle all your stuff in their face to make them think that you're better than them and that you have arrived because you got these things. Them things don't warm you. Them things don't love you. Them things, take it from me, them things don't sit next to you when you in a hospital bed and you about to die. You cannot be warmed by no things. You are warmed by people. So you want to treat people right so that people can be there for you. If you treat people right, if you have the right motivation, people will love on you and be there for you. And it will be them people who don't have a dime who will stick by your side. Excuse me for crying. But that is just what made me, God has put this on my heart to share. Because in these days, these holidays, it brings out the worst in people. And it's supposed to be about Jesus. It's supposed to be about the Son of God. And people stealing, robbing, boasting, bragging, all that stuff because you happen to be in a better financial position than somebody else right now. That don't make you better than nobody. And just as quick as you get it, it can be taken. So consider your motivation. If your motivation is not to show all of God's children that through hard work, through prayer, through faith, that they can have all that they desire. Excuse me. If that is not your motivation, I'm going to pray. I pray for everybody every day anyway, but I'm going to pray that you pray and that you get right, put yourself back on track. Because whatever your intentions are, it shows through the way that you share what you're doing and what you have. And if your intentions are good, people will receive it as good. People receive things the way that you internally intend for them to be. So your words can be saying one thing, but if something going on in here ain't matching those words, it's not going to reach the people the way that you want it to. It's not. And that's because God knows that that's not really what your intentions are. Your intentions are to say, ha, 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 look at me. I have more than you. I'm doing better than you. And that's not the way you get people to change what they're doing, how they thinking. And that's just not the way that you get people to trust you as somebody that they want to listen to their words, that they want to be inspired by, that they want to purchase from, that they want to even just listen to and support for whatever reason. So again, y'all know I put this hashtag in my stuff all the time, and it's living on purpose and walking in my purpose. So when you are living and walking in your purpose, you are passionate about it. And I am just very passionate about being a positive influence on other people's lives as I am striving to achieve the goals that I have set for myself and all the desires that I have for me. But I realize that nothing that I receive and nothing that comes to me is going to come from anybody but God. I don't want them trick disguise blessings that the devil gives. They're not the kind that I want. So since I know that, I'm very passionate about what I'm doing and what I'm sharing. And I just don't want nobody out here who may be beneath, don't have as much right now, looking at people who they feel have more than them, are doing better than them, and you start feeling down on yourself, so much so that you sometimes people just don't want to live anymore. Sometimes, people just don't want to even socialize with people and stuff. Don't let all that false reality and fake stuff make you question yourself and make you question what direction you're going. And if you're working hard every day, and if you're praying every day, and if you have good intentions, you will receive that which you desire. It may not come tomorrow, it may not come next week, but if you don't ever give up on yourself and don't give up on God, it's gonna come. Just keep your motivation right. And when you get there, don't look down on nobody else who may not have gotten to where you're at now. Think about the ways that you can continue to live your life to inspire them in a positive way to not give up either. That's all you have to do, because a lot of times and a lot of things that people are showing, it don't always be real all the time, y'all. Just know that. I think maybe 50% of what people show us on social media for what they have and what they're doing is real. I just gave my friend some examples yesterday. I could go outside right now. My neighbor got a Lamborghini. He in there sleep. I know what time he leave and go to work, so he could be asleep. I could go out there and do a whole photo shoot and be, goals. This is what happens when you work hard. Hey, MoniqueJeCeo, all this other stuff. I could put my hand on my car, posing on the car, and everybody watching. I'll be like, yeah, did you see Monique got a Lamborghini? Ooh. Some people will be happy for me. Some people will be hating on me. And the whole thing is, you won't even know that ain't even my damn Lamborghini, unless my neighbor run his butt out there and be like, "Honey, get up off my car." But other than that don't happen. You will truly be believing. So think about that. Think about, the fact that sometimes people are throwing false blessings in your face. And so you can't worry about that. That's why you don't focus on that. That's why I always say this. You can't focus on winning the race when you looking at what somebody else doing in the other lane. If you know, hey, turn them feet over, focus on the finish line, breathe, focus on where you going, that's when you going to win the race. But if you looking back and you looking over in lane 1, you the fastest, we're going to put you in lane 5. If you looking over in lane 4 and you looking over in lane 6, trying to see what somebody else is doing, you ain't going to win the race. So don't worry about that. Don't think about that. Don't let what somebody else is doing make you feel less than or make you feel more than them. Just focus on you. Have the right intentions. Be driven by faith. Be driven by the desire to uplift and motivate others. And I guarantee you the reward that you receive after that risk of having faith and walking in faith, it will feel so much better. It will feel so good. So I just wanted to come today. I'm sorry for being a crybaby. Carrie. Hey, Carrie. I don't know if you left yet, but hey, thank you so much too. Girl, you've known me long enough now too. I'm just a crybaby, but I'm just really passionate. I hope that this video, just push somebody else to keep going and hold on. And I hope this video also, if you're one of those people that I'm talking about that are not motivated by the right things, I hope that this is what you need. God might have placed this video in your life today to tell you to pull yourself back, adjust what you're doing and how you're doing, adjust your motivation so he doesn't have to make an example out of you. Okay, so it may be for that purpose as well. And I'm not perfect, and I'm not saying that I am. I'm working daily, every day. But one thing I do know, I don't think I'm not, is somebody who thinks that they are better than anybody. But I also don't think that there's nobody better than me. I don't care what they have, what they don't, what they do, none of that. I know my source, and I know what he made inside of here. And so that means that nobody is less than, but nobody is better than either. So God bless y'all. Have a great day. Be at peace, and don't live in pieces, and just continue to strive. And I just love you all. If you are able to see this video, knowing you or not, I love you. If nobody else has told you that today, I'm telling you. And be inspired and be motivated, and just be safe out here too, because this is some crazy times. All right. God bless y'all. Have a great day. Sorry for crying.